Hello everybody and welcome to the Peace Review class. Now this week is going to be very simple. As you can see with Hello Kitty and a OK in her heart, everything is just going to be to review about what's on our midterm. Now some of you might be surprised, like we have a midterm? Not a real midterm. It's going to be a quiz, but it will be assessed. So you have to make sure that you just listen carefully, make sure that you understand everything that I say today. And if you don't understand or you have a question, you can Kakao told me, send me an email. Fraser, I don't know what to do. Or Fraser, I have a question. I will always answer. Now during this semester it's been online and many students haven't been able to talk to me in person. Some people have talked to me but they don't know what to say. But everything is okay. We know that everything's going to be fine. It's just a way for us to assess each other, making sure that everybody's okay in this class. Because some of you might have an issue or you don't understand. I'm here to help you. Always, I can help you. So never be ashamed, never be worried. I want everybody to get the best grade possible. I want you all to get, I did this last time and it all went wrong, A plus. I can't make it with my hands, but I want you to make and do the best that you can. Make an effort, try your best, and you're gonna get an amazing grade this semester. So I'm gonna do 3 things today. After this part, I'll go through the kind of things that we've studied so far this semester. Number 2, I will explain exactly about the quiz, what to expect. And then number 3, we can go home. So we'll all have a good day today. So remember, just try your best, listen carefully. If you have a question, ask me. I want you all to get A plus, A0, B plus, anything like that. So if you try your best, you're going to do well. Now I'll keep the same proportion for your grade because I don't want you to have one final exam where you have to do really well to get a good grade. So if you get the final test and it's 30%, I think it will be really difficult to get a grade because you'll give yourself stress. And we don't know what's going to happen for the second part of the semester. So hopefully we will have class together and there'll be no problem. And you'll be able to come to school and we'll be able to take classes in after midterms and everything will be okay. But maybe we have to continue online. And as we don't know about how online exams will be for the final part, I will just make a very simple and easy quiz. So, without further ado, let's start today's class and let's just try our best. So, I'll explain everything today. It's going to be super easy. So, let's go. Okay, so the first part of today's class is just about vocabulary words that we've studied. So I will make the test just very basic. We'll study vocabulary and expressions, the grammar that we have. That's it. We only have very small parts. So I might give you some speaking to do after midterm, again using a Zoom class situation. But for now, it's just going to be simple multiple choice. So we need to make sure that we know words. So page 6, 10, 15, 18, 20, 38, 46, 47. So you look at the pages and you'll be like, oh, what did we study on that page? And you'll be like, oh, that's right, about cars, about movies, all these kind of things. So it's going to be easy. Now on your worksheet I've made some scrambled words. These are words that we've studied. This is not super easy, but hopefully the final test, or midterm test, will be super easy because, we're going to practice today. So, practice today, we'll have it perfect. So, look carefully at these words, and I want you to change the words so that they make something that we've studied. So, we have this one, 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 this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those 10 words are words that we have studied. They are on the pages that I've marked here. So you should be able to find those words and to write them down. So please just try your best. You'll be able to find them and you'll be able to write them on your paper. So today's class is just to practice. Now what I'll do is I won't tell you the answer yet, and I'll have the answer on my screen. Bam. But I'm going to cover this so that you have to make sure you write the correct ones down. And these are just to practice. These are words. But if we do the first one, we'll do an easy one together. So if we do this one, and you just think about that one only, you need to change the letter. Change it to make a word that we've studied. This is some word that we have studied since we've done online classes. So, do you know what it is? What could it be? So, what you need to do is you need to go and you need to tell me. So, I'll give you, pause it. That's right, the answer is violent. V-I-O-L-E-N-T. So for the rest of the words, I want you to change the way they are and write down the answers on your worksheet. So pause me now. And hopefully you can do the rest of them. Now I will give you the answers at the end of the semester. Yeah, you know, you'll never know the answer. No, I'm kidding. What I want you to do is just to try and write them down, and I'll give you the answers at the end. Alright? Next time. There's lots of other words and things that we've studied, like speed when we talk about car, attention, making sure we pay attention to something, horror kind of movie, it's my treat, like I will pay for it. The next one, aggressive, or action. So if somebody's aggressive with their driving, or action movies, staring, like that. Honk is harm, remember, honk honk, or beep beep, like this. The next one was tailgate, being very close to another car. Drama, another kind of movie. Documentary, again movies. 3-second, Fraser, that's right, pick you up. So we have 3-second rule to be safe driving distance, and always paid, like somebody always pays, like your very kind friend always pays, like that. Disgusting, like really terrible, can't take it, like something's really bad situation, you can't take it anymore. And spectacular, something is amazing. So we have many different kinds of words and different ones that we've studied throughout units 1, 2, 4, like this, and 5. So what I'd like you to do is just remember to study some of the words. The ones on the screen are to help you. I'll obviously use some extra words, but these are words that we've studied so far. Alright, so let's go on to the next part. Now the next part is from Top Notch. You can look at your textbook or you can follow me here. But Top Notch 2, Unit 1, you can see we talk about the present perfect. The present perfect is have or has and the past participle. So we have examples there. They have met before. And we use this, the present perfect, when we're talking about some time in the past, when we don't say the time or date like this. So this is an example of the present perfect, something we know about that's happened in the past. The second sentence is just the simple past, when we say the day or we say the time. So for example, she met him yesterday. So that's right, it's easy. One of them, no time. One of them, time. So I've read that book. Did we say a time? That's right, we didn't. So we know it's the present perfect. I read that book last week. We gave time, right? So we know it has to be the simple past. So this is just simple grammar that I'm sure you'll be able to follow. These are just showing you again. Present perfect, have, has, and the past participle. I have eaten lunch. I still haven't eaten lunch. Still is used in a negative situation. Still haven't. I've been to Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan. This is just examples that we chose. She has decided to come. He's always loved her. What have you been up to recently? So again, recently, recent times, it's at the end when you make the question. Always in between have or has and the past participle. Now, this is the corresponding simple past because we have a time or a year like this. So I ate lunch at 12:30. I went to Japan in 2013. She decided to come here today. He loved her from the start. The start is the beginning of the time. So you can see that this one means it's simple past because we know it's from the start. The most important thing to remember is that the present perfect has indefinite time. They don't mention the time. Example, I've met Bill twice. We don't know when it happened. But the simple past always gives definitive time. We say exactly when something has happened. We met last week. We met on Wednesday. You know when it happened. So these are examples of the simple past. Now, on your worksheet, I've made a couple of examples, and the idea is we're going to use the present perfect. Have, has, and past participle, like this. They've met before. She met him yesterday. I'd like you to make just very easy sentences using this grammar. You can make 1 or 2 sentences using the present perfect, or 1 or 2 sentences using the simple past. Just write down a sentence, making sure you use the correct grammar. So pause me now. And hopefully you've finished, you've written down your 3 sentences. And you can see there it says also, have you ever? Try to make a question. So if we go back, we can see for like questions, we use ever in front of the past participle. And we use these before at the end of the sentence. So have you ever eaten Indian food? Has he been to Paris before? Now we can put them both together to combine. So have you ever been to London before? These are used for any time in the past, and as you can see, we use them usually for things that are our life experience, things that we've done with our lives. So, have you ever eaten Indian food? That's an experience, a life experience. Has he been to Paris before? We're talking about our life experience in the past. So, what I'd like you to do is to make 3 questions using have you ever. Okay, so have you ever, and one of the questions, make sure you use before. Okay, so you can remember those things, okay? 2 questions, normal ones, and 1 with both of them, with before. So, pause me now, and let's continue with the next part. So, as you can see, most of the things are just practicing. Practice, practice, practice. And I put on here, ever before, life experiences in the past, yet and already, more recent experience. So, the next one, we use them for more recent experiences. Yet is always at the end of the sentence. Have you toured Quito yet? Already is before the past participle. Has Fraser already been to the gym today? Like this. Have you seen Beauty and the Beast yet? Yes, I have already seen it. No, I haven't seen it yet. So you can see yet, always at the end of the sentence, already comes before the past participle. Now, if we want to make a negative sentence, you can do it slightly differently. So you'd be like, I have never eaten, like this. So never comes here between have and eaten. So it's just before the past participle. So there. I've never been to Korea. I've never been to England, like this. So you can see there are other examples on there. So again, just go to your worksheet and you want to put down 2 things you haven't done yet. Write down 2 things you have already done before class today. So I've washed my face. I've drunk a lot of coffee. I didn't drink coffee today. I'm dying. I need my coffee. Like that. So write down 2 examples of each of those. And if you want to, you could write down 1 example using never. I've never something. So make sure you just write down the sentences, like 4 or 5. Just practice making sure you get the grammar right. If you get the grammar right today, next week, you're going to get 100%. You're going to get that A+. So pause me now. And let's go on to the next part. Now, the next part is when we want to use the present perfect, but with for and since. So the idea is when we want to talk about something in the past, but we want to give it a time, or we want to give it like a length of time, or when did it start, we can use the present perfect, and we can use for and since. Now, for is used to describe a length of time. I've been here for 10 minutes. So the length of the time. Use since with a more specific time or date in the past. So I've been here since 3:30. That's the exact time. How long have you been here today? I've been here since this morning. Maybe, maybe not, right? It depends when you watch this class. But the idea is usually we would say in class time, like, how long have you been at school today? I've been here since 9:30, since 11:30, for 8 hours, for 7 hours. All of these are just to practice. So don't worry, just make sure that you try your best to write them down. And you can see, remember, for the length of time, since is the exact date in the past. So on your worksheet, I want you to write down 3 things you haven't done since high school. Maybe study a class, for example, like I haven't studied English since high school. Obviously you're studying English, but for example, tell me 1 thing you haven't done since last night. I haven't drunk Somek since last night. And 1 that you haven't done for 10 years. So try to think about something you haven't done for 10 years. Maybe I haven't smoked cigarettes for 10 years. Like this. I've never smoked, just so you know. In England, cigarettes are really, really, really expensive. So many people don't smoke. So it's a really weird situation. But anyway, so try to think like this. So pause me now. And hopefully you're perfect with your writing. I'm going to check your writing at the end. So the final thing you just have to remember, make sure you look for mistakes in the present perfect sentences and write them correctly. So, for example, on the quiz, I might write down, I haven't been to China for 2 years. There's 1 mistake. It's here. So you just have to write down, I haven't been to China for 2 years. Have you been to Fraser's house yet? No mistake. So you don't need to change anything. But look at this one. I haven't been to England since 10 days. This one has 2 mistakes. So, mistake 1, be. Mistake 2, since. I haven't been to England for 10 days. In the test, it's just multiple choice. So just check to see which answers will fit the sentences correctly. It should be super easy. Hopefully it'll be super easy, and I know you can do it, so don't worry. You're all awesome. Next one. The next one is would you rather. Like would, rather, and the base form. So would, like, and infinitive. This grammar was in the movie section and it was really easy. Would like an infinitive. I would like to watch an action movie. So would like, infinitive. This is the infinitive. To and the base form of the verb. The next one, would rather plus base form. I would rather watch TV than take this test. I'd rather watch Rick and Morty, or I'd rather watch, Adventure Time, anything, right? Just kidding. So, things you'd rather do. So the grammar is easy. So as you can see, you finished just seeing the basic forms of the grammar, and I made a couple of questions that you can use. So if you go to your worksheet, you can see there's a couple of questions. I'm a liar. There's many questions just for you to practice, like rather and would you like, or would like. So as you can see, the first question, who would you like to meet in person? So don't just write down, I'm kidding. You can write any answer you want, but what you need to do is you want to write the full answer. I would like to meet anybody you want. It doesn't matter to me who you choose. The next one, what food would you rather eat than ice cream? So it's a choice. I'm saying ice cream is something you don't want. I want to hear another choice. So you'd be like, I would rather eat than ice cream. Would you rather drink alcohol or soft drinks tonight? What kind of mood are you in? Do you want to drink some Coke tonight, or do you want to drink some Zomek tonight? So just say what you'd rather choose. Would you rather go to a singing room or watch Netflix? Which one is more interesting to you these days? Which one sounds like a good idea? What show would you like to watch if you felt down? So you don't feel good, you feel a little sad. What would you like to watch? Where would you like to go for a holiday? Now I've left it blank because you can write anything you want. So if you want an adventure holiday, you can write somewhere. If you want a romantic holiday, you can write somewhere. If you want a fun holiday, a beach holiday, a mountain holiday, there's so many choices, so I didn't want to put a kind of holiday, so you could make the question and write your own answer. What would you like to do rather than study? Anything is okay. So write down something you want to do, anything you want to do. You have many choices, and that's the whole point for rather. Rather gives you the choice. So what would you rather do? Write down an amazing choice. I'd rather be eating Twitchy bar. No, okay, no ice creams. So those are the ones. So easy peasy, you can get through those. The next one. The past continuous is all about the grammar section. Now, the grammar section is a little bit awkward, but it's easy if you just follow the simple rules of the textbook. The past continuous, was or were, depending on the subject of the sentence, and the present participle, so the verb with ing. So, the car was making a funny sound while they were driving. Now, in this textbook for our test, while means two things are happening at the same time. So if we use while, it means the grammar points are the same. So in this case, we have past continuous, while, past continuous. They are the same. The simple past with the be, so was or were, with the present participle, the verb ing, okay? Question form, were the headlights working? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. Who was driving your car at 10 o'clock last night? I was driving your car last night. So the grammar is easy, and you should be able to follow it, I hope. And you can just write down these easily in the test and see the pattern, then you'll be okay. Sometimes we can use the simple past with this. So with the past continuous here, was raining, you can see when, here, when, we need to follow it with the simple past, the past tense. So it was raining when she had the accident. In this textbook and for us, you have to just remember that if you can see when, you know after when is going to be, that's right, the simple past. So before it is going to be different. It's like a change. Now, that's not always true, but for this test, for this textbook, this is how they follow the rules. So we have the past and the past continuous. She was doing something, and then an event happened after the when. So I was studying hard when my mom called me. I was walking while I was eating my food. While, same. When, they are different. After when, we have the simple past. Follow that rule, you'll get the perfect scores on this one. So this is just practice. Just answer a few questions. These questions are using some of the grammar and things from all of the parts that we've studied, and we haven't done much grammar, but I just made some questions with like would you rather, or like the past continuous, the simple past. All of these are on this worksheet. So, were you studying late last night? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Were you in Seoul on the weekend? Yes or no? It's easy questions. Would you rather eat snail than octopus? Yes or no? Both good choices. You want to try something? How often do you oversleep? So this word was in unit 1 or 2, and it was overslept. So sleep over your alarm. Your alarm is 7, but you get up at 8. Oh, game over. Have you ever been late to a promise because you got stuck in traffic? So again, we studied this word, I mentioned it in class time. Stuck in traffic. What was the silliest movie you ever saw? So this was in the movie section, and silly was there, like really, really funny, like terrible in a way because it's very stupid, so very silly movie. What is the worst bad habit when driving? So the worst one. Worst means one. The worst of them, not many, just give me one of them that's really bad. Which car looks the worst? Again, think of a car that you don't like the look of. It could be color. If you like any yellow car, any red car, or if you know car name, just write it in. What causes you to stare at other people? Remember, stare, eyes looking at them. The next one. Which class do you need to pay attention in? Remember, pay attention. What was the last thing you treated your friends to? So you treat your friends, you buy them something, you give them something. Next one. Did someone ever tell you about food stuck in your teeth and made you embarrassed? So if you remember, you eat some food and you have some maybe gochugaru here, and then you're like, hi, and it's here, and everybody's like, nobody says anything, but then maybe your friend said, oh, Fraser, you have some gochugaru in your teeth, it's very embarrassing, you should brush your teeth or wash your face, do something. So did someone ever tell you? You can just write down yes or no and then say the food. Gochugaru always is here. So that is like pepper flakes, or like spicy pepper flakes, like that kind of thing for gochugaru in your teeth. And the last question, number 13. Do you think English class is fascinating? Yeah! Of course the answer is yes, it is fascinating. If you write no, I will look and find your answer. Yeah, remember, I'm checking this part. So you can write whatever you want to write. However, I'm going to be looking very carefully at that answer. So you can write down anything you want, so pause me now. And then remember, just do your best, so write those down. Now the final part was page 54. Pronouns, someone, no one, anyone. These are the examples. So I asked someone for an appointment. I didn't ask anyone for a manicure. Did you ask someone for a massage? So when we say a positive statement, we always use someone, like doing something. I asked someone. When we make a negative statement, we always use anyone didn't ask, so negative. And for a question, and if you remember carefully, I'm a liar, the questions are always someone or anyone. We can use both of them. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your worksheet, and I just want you to fill in the blank. So the blanks here, you know, it's just simple. Someone, no one, anyone. Just put them in there. It's easy peasy. Alright? So pause me. And we're ready to go through the first one. So the first one, anyone, negative. Number 2, someone. Number 3. Will you get it right? It's someone. Remember, don't have any money. That's negative. But this sentence will give, will do it. So it's a positive meaning. So we have to use someone. And the last one, ba-bam. We can use both of them. Does anyone want to finish class and go home right now? Everyone, right? So anyone, someone, like this. In my case, I would say anyone. Does anyone? Because anyone, for me, in this case, anyone is kind of open generally, whereas someone is very specific. So someone like you, like you, like you. So in this case, I'm going to say, does anyone want to go home? Because nobody wants to go home. I guess everybody wants to go home, right? Now, the final thing on the test is very simple. I'm gonna have you just write a short, small paragraph from the writing book. And you will just have to write about your most memorable event of your life. Anything you want to write about that was memorable to you. Maybe the most memorable thing was taking Zoom class, or, you know, like meeting your boyfriend, girlfriend, going to see IU in concert, anything. So you just have to write down one of those things. Now there's a couple of checkpoints you have to remember, and as it's an open book test, like it's open, there's no time limit, it's going to be easy, okay? So remember a few things. First ones, phrase has to move again. You're going to answer this question. What is the most memorable moment in your life? So you need to have a topic for the story. So you need to have a topic sentence. So remember, your topic sentence explains the feeling of the story and what is the story about. It was the really exciting time when I met Hyorin or Susie. Like this. So you'd say what is happening and the feeling. The next one, who are the people in the story? You need to introduce some characters. So there's 2 points for this one and 2 points for this one. So who's in the story? There was Fraser. There was... Oh, Fraser has no friends. No, I could say there's Fraser, there's Scott, there's other people, you know, like, you know, your friends who you could include, Ryan. You know, there's people that you can include in the story. So introduce the characters. You could say Scott, who's my best friend, or, you know, Ryan, who's my worst friend. No, I'm just kidding. Like that. So you'd introduce them. Both Scott and Ryan are my 형님, so I love you both. You're great guys. Next one. When and where did it happen? I need details about the day. So you can say it was 2 years ago when I was a middle school student, and like this. What happened? How or why did it happen? You need to give some details about the event. Like what happened? Oh, I watched IU's concert and I cried when she sang the song, like this. Like you can mention like that. So again, 2 points. And the last one, what did you learn from this event? This is just conclusion. So you can say, and this was the best day that I met when I saw IU, or when I met Hyorin or Suji, like this. And I was, you know, happy, and I cherished this moment for the rest of my life. So you can mention anything like this, but there's 2 points for each one. So you have to include a topic sentence, give some details about the characters, what happened, where did it happen, everything like this, and then just conclude your story like that. So that's going to be 10 points. Alright, so that's going to be the final thing you have to remember. Once you watch this YouTube video and you filled in the worksheet, you can send me your worksheet on eClass, send it to there, and I can check your attendance for this week. It can't be any later than the end of the week. So just do it as quick as possible, send it, and then you're finished for this week. I'm gonna do the second part of class after break, which is to explain about the test. So, let's take a break. Hot damn! Alright, see you soon. Okay everyone, and now we're gonna just go on what's on the test. What's going to be on the test? It's a quiz, so it's not a test, that's the first thing. And it's gonna be super short. So listen carefully. Oh, I'm gonna have to move again. Whoosh, 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 over here. The quiz is gonna be online in eClass. We can do it in the 2-hour period of our class day. So for example, your Friday 3-4, that means 11:30 to 1:30. You have to take the test in that time. Number 2, it's an open book test. What does that mean? You can use your books and your worksheets. Maybe your worksheet, you were like, whoosh, and you threw it away. Game over. But you can find all the worksheets, all the PPTs, watch the YouTube again if you want to. Anything is alright. It's all super easy for this. So remember, just try your best. So go and check everything, be ready for it. Once you open the test, you'll have 40 minutes to answer. So there's gonna be 20 questions, 2 minutes a question. I think it's enough time, so you'll be okay. Remember, no smartphones, no food, no drink? Huh, I'm lying. You can do anything you want. You can have your smartphone ready, you can drink food. You can drink and you can eat food, you can do anything you want. You're at home, relax when you take the quiz. Don't worry, in this quiz I won't be like, oh, what color's my hat, or what's my color, or what's on my t-shirt. Anything like that's not going to be on the test. This is going to be just about what we've studied in class. So this test or quiz is just to review everything. As I said, I don't want to give you pressure of one final exam for your grade. So we'll do a quiz and it's going to be super easy, okay? So open book, relax, just like Barney. It's going to be great, okay? So that's it. As I told you, 40 minutes to take it. After the class time has finished, I will post the results. All of the questions are multiple choice. So just read the question carefully and then choose one of the answers. Now some of them will just be fill in the blank. Put the word in the blank. Some of them, like I showed before about the grammar, might be like this one is wrong or this one is wrong and change the correct answer. So just read the question carefully and I'll make sure that you can write the answers super easy, okay? So don't worry. All multiple choice. Just remember, check it carefully. There's just one answer, so you can't choose two answers, just one answer. One. Things you need. Fraser needs to move again. No luck. So remember, all you really need is, your worksheet, your book, but the most important thing is your brain. So maybe you're like Homer and you have no brain, it's empty, so they leave you, but it's okay. You just need your textbooks, you just need to try your best. If you've done a little bit of revision and prepared a little bit with your textbooks, everything, you'll get a good score, so don't worry, alright? And as I told you, I will use grammar in this test. I'm only going to use the vocabulary and expressions we've studied, nothing extra. And the writing book is Unit 1, narration. So because eClass is a bit weird, I will add a score of 10 to yours after I've checked your writing part. So I explained already about the writing part. That means you'll have 20 question that is multiple choice. And there will be an extra 10 points available for the that part. Writing your sentence. Now, because this is a open book test, you can be ready with what to write. You can write down in advance, if you're smart, what to do for your writing. So you can write down already and then just be ready to put it into the e-class section or be ready to type it. So hopefully it should be perfect. Your score is going to be out of 20 until I add the writing score. So e-class might show only 20, but then I'll plus 10, so it'll be out of 30, okay? Hopefully that's easy, right? Hopefully. The final ones, just don't worry. You can take it only on your class day. All my Peace classes will have different questions, so you won't be able to copy and cheat. It should be super easy. You have all the things like your textbooks, you have everything ready, you can just add it in. If you have the same memorable experience, like, you know, like somebody puts it and then you just copy your friend's answer, I will know. So then you'll get 0. So your memorable experience has to be for you. And you have to say why for you. So I'll be able to tell if you've got the same one. So there shouldn't be any problems. It should be super easy. Just remember, good luck. Let's be like Snoopy and like, yeah, let's go. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be easy. If you have any questions, you have a week to ask me the questions, or 2 weeks, or however long, you know, I post this video early. Just ask me. Kakao Talk me. Email me. I will help you get a good score if you ask me. I'll help you. Alright? So good luck for today, everyone. I know you're going to do a great job. Don't worry, don't stress. Just Kakao Talk me, send me a message if you need any help. Take care, wear a mask, and hopefully I'll see you after midterms. That's it for today, so bye. Bye everyone. See you next time, okay? Good luck with the test.